example 2 here. We've got this crazy looking piecewise function, and these are the ones that are more interesting to talk about in terms of limits. But the first question is not even a limits question. The first question just wants to know what is the value of this function at x equals 3. Okay, so here's where x equals 3. I have to decide which one of these function values am I using. Well, I want to make sure that I'm using the closed circle, right, and not the open circle, because that's what the open circle indicates, is that it's not an actual value. So the answer to that question is my y value here of 2. Okay, so h of 3 is equal to 2. So then it's going to have me look at the limit approaching that same x value of 3 coming in from the left side. So if I'm walking along these highways, I'm going to walk here and I'm going to walk here, and then I'm going to take a big leap down here, and then I'm going to walk along here. And so my y values coming in from the left are taking me toward that same closed circle. Okay, so my limit coming in from the left is also 2. But now if I'm looking at my limit coming in from the right, which is what this next question is asking for, then I'm walking along this part of the highway, and I'm going to end up over here. Okay, so I ended up in 2 completely different locations. Coming in from the right side, I ended up at a y value of 3. So a limit can exist even if you have an open circle there. Okay, even if there's a black hole that you're going to fall into, you can still find a limit. But the issue here is, this is my limit from the left, this is my limit from the right, so when I just ask for my overall limit, which is what this question is asking, I have to say that this limit does not exist. And the question wants me to justify that answer. I'm going to justify by saying, hey, look, these two things are not equal to each other. But it is important that you use proper notation here. If this were like a free response question, the notation needs to be very precise. So here's how we're going to say it. We're going to say the limit of, this is h of x, as x approaches 3 from the left, is not equal to the limit of h of x as x approaches 3 from the right. No shortcuts on that notation. Okay, we have to write it that way to justify our answer. But this is using that definition of limit, which is that the limit does not exist unless these two things are equal to each other. Okay, that's it for this example. We will pick up with example 3 in day 2 of this lesson.